I always imagined death would come like a sudden blackout, a flick of the switch and poof, everything gone. But that's not how it happened for me. I didn't see a ton of light. I didn't hear angels. I didn't even know I was dead. Not at first. Anyway, it started on a Tuesday. Sometime between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning, the night before, I'd felt this tightness in my chest, but I just brushed it off. It's just stress, I told myself. Deadlines, the usual grind. I went to bed thinking, it'll be gone by morning. But morning never came. Instead, I woke up, sort of. I opened my eyes, but something was terribly wrong. My body felt weightless, like I was floating, but not in a peaceful, dreamy way. It was more like I was drifting inward, completely disconnected from everything. I looked down. That's when my world shattered. I saw myself, lying in my own bed, perfectly still, motionless. To still, I was watching my own chest, and it wasn't rising. It wasn't falling. A wave of pure, unadulterated panic surged through what I can only describe as my soul. I reached out, a gut reaction, trying to grab something, anything. But my hand passed straight through my nightstand like a puff of smoke. That's when the screaming started. Not out loud, of course. It was an internal siren, wailing in disbelief inside my head. This couldn't be happening. I'm 68. I have a job, a life. A cat named Murphy who loves to claw the hell out of my couch every single morning at 6 o'clock a.m. Sharp, I wasn't supposed to die in my sleep. But there I was, and there I wasn't. The first hour or what felt like an hour was a blur of confusion. I tried to touch my own face. I tried to shake myself awake. I even tried to scream out loud, but no sound came. Just silence, this immense, pressurized silence, as if the entire universe had put a finger to its lips and whispered, S-H-H-H. Eventually, the panic gave way to a tidal wave of sorrow. But it wasn't sorrow for dying. Not yet. That came later. This was sorrow for all the things I hadn't said. All the moments I'd let slip by. I thought of my brother. We hadn't spoken in 2 years over something so stupid I couldn't even remember what it was. I thought of my mother, who always ended our calls with, "Call me more, okay," and how I'd always reply, yeah, I will, but rarely did. And I thought of my father, who was already gone, and how I used to imagine he'd be there waiting for me when my time came. Then came the terror. This wasn't the fear of being dead. It was the fear of being stuck. I wondered, is this it? Is this my eternity? Watching life from the other side of the glass. Like some cosmic punishment for not appreciating it enough when I had it. My emotions twisted into a knot reef. Regret, longing. Helplessness all crammed into a pressure cooker with no release valve. Time didn't move the same way. Minutes felt like hours, or maybe seconds. I had no heartbeat to sync with, no breath to count. There was just existence, raw and formless. I watched the sun rise through my window. The light poured in, warm and golden. It touched my body, the other me, but I felt nothing. And then, the part that broke me. Murphy jumped onto the bed. He meowed, nudging my still chest, pawing at me. That was the worst part. His confusion, his small, plaintive cry. In that moment, I would have given anything in the universe just to pet him one last time. And then, like a jolt of electricity, I felt something, a pull. It was like gravity. But not physical, it was emotional, soulful. It felt as if someone, somewhere, had opened a door in the universe and called my name. I didn't hear it with my ears, but I felt it in my very essence. Something or someone was reminding me that I wasn't done yet, that I still had more to do. I don't remember the moment I slipped back in. 1 second I was floating, a silent observer in my own room, and the next, gasp. My lungs ignited like they were filled with fire. My chest bucked off the mattress. Murphy, startled, let out a screech and leapt back. I clutched my heart, wheezing and coughing like a drowning man breaking the surface of the water. I looked at the clock. It was 6:13 a.m. I lay there for a long time, just sobbing, gasping for air, touching everything to make sure it was real: the sheets, the cat, my own skin. When I finally managed to stand up, it felt like walking on brand new legs. Everything in the room looked the same, but I wasn't. Something fundamental inside me had changed. They say near-death experiences are just psychological illusions, the brain hallucinating as it shuts down. And you know what? Maybe they're right. But I know what I saw. I know what I felt. I was there, watching myself. I felt the absolute absence of life, like looking into a mirror and seeing no reflection. And now, every single breath feels like a miracle. Every sunrise is a second chance. So yeah, I woke up dead. But more importantly, I woke up alive. Thank you so much for listening to my story. If it resonated with you in any way, I'd be so grateful if you'd like this video and subscribe to the channel. It means the world. Take care of yourselves and each other.